The Gate That Shook Meadow Ridge. My name's Jim Larson, and I live on a quiet ranch just outside Meadow Ridge, Texas. Life was peaceful until I closed my gate to stop neighbors from cutting through my land, tearing up my grass. That simple act unleashed a storm I never saw coming. The HOA president, Linda Carver, lost her mind, called the cops on my goose, and started a war she'd regret. But here's the kicker. She had no idea I held the mortgage on her house. Buckle up, this tale of trespassing, viral videos, and a feathered hero named Gus will leave you stunned. It all started when I noticed tire tracks across my pasture. Folks from the Meadow Ridge Estates, a fancy subdivision 2 miles away, had been using my property as a shortcut to the country club. My grass was a mess, and after losing livestock to thieves years ago, I wasn't taking chances. I'd sunk $10,000 into an automatic gate with 4K cameras, and that day, I flipped the switch to lock it. Around noon, my security monitor lit up. A cherry-red Cadillac was parked at my gate, horn blaring like a fire alarm. I recognized the driver instantly, Linda Carver, the HOA's self-appointed queen. She'd been speeding through my land for months, and I'd had enough. I'm not part of her HOA. Ranch predates their neighborhood by decades. I strolled out, taking my time. Linda was already out of her car, in a neon green blazer and heels sinking into the mud. "Open this gate now," she screamed, jabbing a manicured finger through the bars. "I'm the HOA president." I stayed calm, which made her madder. "Ma'am, you're on private property. I'm not in your HOA." Her face turned beet red. She'd set up a tripod to live stream, ranting about her rights. "This isn't your road, Linda," I said. "You've been trespassing, ruining my grass. Game's over." She started kicking my gate, shrieking about lawsuits. That's when Gus, my 20-pound Canadian goose, waddled in. He heard the noise, spread his wings, and charged like a feathered tank. Linda's eyes went wide. "Help!" she yelled into her phone. "This man's got a killer goose." She scrambled behind her car door as Gus stood guard, honking like he owned the place. Her live stream caught it all, Linda cowering, mascara streaking, while Gus played sentinel. Within 2 days, that video, titled HOA Tyrant vs. Guard Goose, hit 2 million views. As Linda fled, she screamed, "I know about the burial, Jim. Everyone's gonna see what you're hiding." I was baffled. Burial? What was she talking about? That night, I dug through my investment papers. Years ago, my late wife, a financial advisor, taught me to invest smart. Her life insurance payout went into a fund that bought distressed mortgages. I hadn't checked it in weeks, but Linda's threat had me on edge. The next morning, Linda was back, pounding my gate with a bedazzled golf club at 6 a.m. Her live stream announced day 2 of Jim Larson's tyranny. She'd sent 47 emails overnight, with subject lines like, "You can't hide the truth," and "Geese aren't above the law." I sipped my coffee, unfazed. "Linda, you're trespassing and vandalizing," I said. "This gate's on my land." She laughed maniacally. "I know your secret. My lawyers got proof of your illegal burial ground." I was starting to worry about her sanity. "There's no burial ground, Linda. Just a few pets buried over the years." She wasn't listening, storming off with, "Check your email, Jim." Sure enough, her emails were unhinged rants. Then my phone rang. It was Tom Reynolds, my buddy at Liberty Financial. "Jim, you won't believe this," he said, chuckling. "That fund you're in? We just bought a batch of bad loans. Guess who's on it? Linda Carver. Owes $300,000, 6 months behind." I nearly dropped my mug. "You're saying I own her mortgage?" Tom laughed. "You're our biggest investor. Technically, you own her debt. Want the servicing rights." Linda's smug face flashed in my mind, her threats, her emails. "Yes, Tom. Send the paperwork." He added, "She's been denied loans from 5 lenders this week. Her credit's toast." An hour later, Linda was back, clutching a certified letter I'd sent about her mortgage. "You can't own my house," she screamed. "It's a conflict of interest." I leaned on my gate. "You borrowed money, didn't pay it back. I bought the debt. That's how it works. You've got 30 days to pay or face foreclosure." Her phone hit the ground. For 10 glorious seconds, she was speechless. Then she exploded. "This is war, Jim Larson. My investigators digging up your secrets." She stormed off, leaving her tripod. Her live stream was still running, and the comments were savage. "Pay your bills, Karen. And is the goose single?" I grabbed the camera. "Hey folks, Jim here. Linda took a loan, didn't pay for 6 months, and now she's mad. Also, there's no burial ground. She's confusing my ranch with a horror flick. I ended with, Linda, your daughter Emily called me Mr. Larson last Christmas and apologized for you. The video skyrocketed. By day 3, Linda hired an investigator, a 19-year-old gamer named Ethan Cole, who flew a $2,000 drone over my property. Gus spotted it, launched himself like a missile, and sent it crashing into my pond. Ethan screamed, "That was borrowed." Linda, filming, called it assault. I walked out with Gus. Linda, your investigator broke federal law flying that drone. It's all on my cameras. Ethan bailed, posting 3 hours of Linda's rants online, exposing her illegal orders. Emily arrived from California, mortified. She showed Linda's live streams, proving trespassing, harassment, and HOA theft. Linda lost it, accusing Emily of betrayal on a live stream. My daughter's in on it with Jim. Emily fired back. Mom, you stole $15,000 from the HOA. I've got the receipts. The comments erupted. Linda's reign as HOA president ended when the board dissolved itself, voting 47-1 against her. Linda barricaded herself in the HOA office, walls plastered with 847 screenshots of my crimes, me feeding chickens, fixing fences. She told the blog I was poisoning her water. During the interview, she faked a heart attack, gasping, "Jim poisoned me." Paramedics found nothing wrong. The video, HOA Karen fakes heart attack, went viral. Linda organized a protest at my gate, but Gus and my rooster, El Fuego, scattered the crowd. Gus stole her megaphone, and the clip hit 6 million views. The courtroom showdown was chaos. Linda showed up in a yellow chicken costume, claiming it symbolized my poultry terrorism. She presented 437 slides of nonsense blurry photos of me shopping, Gus labeled weapon of mass destruction. I countered with her live streams, Ethan's testimony about fake evidence, and Emily's proof of HOA theft. I laid out her mortgage default. She spent $30,000 fighting me, but not a dime on her $300,000 debt, which I own. Linda snapped, jumping on the table, yelling about sovereignty and ghosts. The judge, exasperated, ruled in my favor. Linda had 15 days to pay or lose her house, plus she owed my legal fees and HOA restitution. As bailiffs dragged her out, she screamed, "The geese are watching." Linda vanished, leaving a conspiracy wall and a letter. "The goose knows what you did." Ethan accidentally leaked her 847 rants, including a motel live stream where she admitted faking evidence and planting oregano, thinking it was marijuana. The internet crowned her Confession Karen. Emily bought the house from me, covering Linda's debt, with conditions, therapy, and an HOA ban. 6 months later, I ran into Linda at a hardware store. She looked healthier. "Jim, I was angry at the world," she said. "Your goose isn't evil, I deserved it." She showed me her 4-month chip from Control Freaks Anonymous. Emily's group, Karens for Recovery, helped Linda rebuild. She gave a TEDx talk, "How a Goose Saved Me," donating fees to goose rescues. My ranch became a tourist spot. Gus got an Instagram with 500,000 followers, and I started dating Martha Klein, a neighbor who fought Linda's HOA. A year later, Linda visited with cookies, apologizing to Gus. He chased her a bit, but we laughed. "I forgot to live," she said. "Your gate showed me I was on the wrong path." I nodded. "You found your way." My ranch was peaceful again, with a sign, "Protected by Gus. No Karens allowed." Linda's war was over, and we both won her by finding herself, me by keeping my peace. What do you think about Linda's spiral and the justice served? Was Gus a hero or a menace? Share your thoughts below, especially on bullying and fairness in everyday life. Where do you stand?